Hey YouTube, Common Collector here, and today I am really excited. We have another collection opening today. I was able to pick this up on Facebook Marketplace earlier this week, so I'm really excited about it. It's a very nice collection. Nothing like too crazy from what I saw in the pictures, but I usually try to go in a little bit blind. As you can see, it's not super big. However, basically what it is there is a binder in there. I'll put a picture up on the corner of the screen right now. But basically, if you look in the back of the picture, you can see that there was a binder of mystery cards. He didn't have pictures of what those were. And then I could see in the front that there was some decent pictures, there was some decent cards in the picture of stuff that I would not mind collecting. I believe I could see a Red Eyes in the corner, a five-headed dragon, and a couple other surprises. So nothing that seems too crazy expensive, but maybe we'll find some good treasures tucked away in the binder. So yeah, I always try to go in a little bit blind. I never really ask them to send me more pictures just because I like surprises. When I did my last box opening, there was this little surprise in there, the Red Eyes, and just overall when I started, this was actually my first video opening up this Yu-Gi-Oh collection from these kids from way back in the day. So I just really like going in a little bit blind just so I can sort of pick out some nice surprises. So without any further ado, let's just get right on into opening this thing. Okay guys, we are going to hop right on into this bad boy. We are getting into this. So I'm seeing, he said that he was going to stash everything away in the binder. Looks like that's what he did. There's a note from the post office there. We don't need that. So, all right. We are just going to get into this. He said that he was going to stuff a bunch of the cards multiply in some of them. I can see there's a few damaged cards here, but okay, already there's a Magic Drain. That's actually a decent card. I really do like picking some of these up also for the GOAT format cards. Magic Drain isn't an amazing GOAT format card, but we do have here a Harpy Lady Sisters. That's from SD8. I'm not even sure what that was, if that's a starter deck or whatnot, but here is his five-headed dragon that he had tucked away. Oh my gosh, and is this real? That's a misprint five-headed dragon. Oh my gosh. He didn't say that it was misprinted. I did not know that. That's SD09. And this seems like a real card. That is a misprinted five-headed dragon. See how it's totally out of the text box there. That's really interesting. I'm gonna have to like look into this, but that's wow, that is going to stay in the sleeve, and oh my gosh. Okay, a really good surprise right away. Here we have a polymerization. Nothing too fancy there, but Ordeal of a Traveler, another decent card. And I'm just going to probably go through and pick all of these cards out. There's a Gren Maju. That one's a little bit beat up, but and especially here we have this Chaos Greed, which is definitely beat up. Inferno Tempest, I always love that card. Really fun. You do a lot of fun things with that card. Okay, so he doesn't have these tucked in too hard, but oh my gosh, though, seriously, what is that? I did not know that that's what we were going to be picking up through here. Okay, let me pause for a second in order to straighten some of this out. Okay, so we're going to keep going here. Sorry about the lighting at first, that was really bad. Okay, here we have an Interdimensional Warp. That's not too common of a card. That's Gladiator's Assault, I believe. Alright, nothing too crazy here again. I'm going to try to finger through these as fast as possible until we get to some of the rare cards. I'm seeing a Summon Skull on the next page. That's a DB1 Summon Skull. I'm bad with all of those. Dark Beginnings one, I believe. That's a super rare card, so that's pretty sweet. I don't have a DB1 Summon Skull out of there yet, so that's pretty sweet. I think that he's got these mostly double packed, so I'm actually just going to go and start flipping through these. Nothing too crazy going on some of these. I also am kind of hoping there's a Pot of Greed. That's pretty nice. Hoping that, oh, and a Painful Choice. That's really nice. Cool. That'll be going into my forbidden pile, which is unfortunate that it's forbidden, but it's a cool card at least to collect. I do like going through these and sometimes picking up, like I said, the GOAT format cards, and then also cards that are in the LOB set. So if I can pick up any first edition Legend of Blue Eyes cards, that's always sweet. There's a Call of the Haunted, so alright, not too shabby. A lot of these so far are commons, but seriously, what is going on here? He didn't. Okay, I know that I've already said it, but this guy did not mention. There's an Ultimate Tyranno that was a misprinted card. A lot of the times when you're dealing with collectors, you know, I never know what range of knowledge these guys have. Maybe he thought that it's supposed to be printed that way or something, or he just never noticed. But yeah, here we go. We have like a damaged Wabaku. Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with the condition that most of these cards are in, so can't really complain too much. I am really excited for a few of the other cards that I did see. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but there is a Mystical Shine Ball. That's pretty decent. I can always use those. There is a alternative art for Summon Skull and another Mystic Shine Ball. Cool. Thousand Dragon right there. Okay, and then here we have a few... Big Eye, that was from, I'm not sure what set that's from Starter Deck Joey, but I believe that was in the Metal Raiders set. Oh, right here we have a, not LOB, LOD. Oh no, not LOD, LDD, I'm not even sure what. Oh, this is a Spanish card, Mador de Aqua. I'm not sure if I've been going past with a bunch of any other Spanish cards, but that's kind of cool. So yeah, here we have a Spanish Aquamador, so that's kind of neat. So we are going back to the binder now. Okay, continuing on in the binder, if the lighting looks a little bit differently, I did just sort of reposition to get away from the glare that I was having on these reflective pages. But okay, so we are scooting along here. Okay, so we have an Armed Dragon level 5, and nothing besides that, nothing too crazy on this page. Okay, so we are seeing, okay, here we have a Graceful Charity, probably from, yep, Starter Deck Pegasus. So that's pretty nice. We're seeing that he does have some of like the Elemental Hero cards. Besides that, I'm not seeing too much stuff from like the later generations. Wow, this Ryuran looks like it's seen some better days. Wow, that's horrible. Oh my gosh. We're gonna put that over by the scrap pile. Niwatori. I don't know if I've ever said this on the channel, but Niwatori was always one of my favorite cards. I just thought it was so funny. And it did have a brief appearance in one episode of the anime, so kind of funny there. I just always really love that card. Actually, one thing I shouldn't gloss over is right here we have Divine Sword Phoenix Blade. That's actually a pretty good card. Continuing on, nothing too crazy. I'll try to skip through before I say... Ooh, wow. Oh my gosh. Right here we have... That is an SYE Dark Magician. That's pretty decent. Yeah, wow. For a second there I thought that was the LOB version. That would have been nuts. Okay, cool. Yeah, another of the Armed Dragon level 5s. Jar of Greed, decent card. Besides that, we're going to scoot along. Oh, and one of the tip cards. I do have actually a pretty good collection of these tip cards, so that's kind of nice. I can add that into my pile. Reckless Greed right there. Ooh, and this is is that a secret rare Jar of Avarice? No, just a super rare Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice, card that just got bumped up to 3 on the new ban list from for April. Brain Control there, I believe we just passed by another Brain Control as well, so that's kind of cool. Okay, going on, we have a Gaia the Fierce Knight up there. A Penguin Soldier, probably that one would be from Starter Deck Joey, I believe. Yep, Starter Deck Joey Penguin Soldier, as well as a Royal Tribute up there. That's pretty decent. And here we might have one of our first LOB cards. Yep, a Flame Ghost. This is probably a second printing, not a first print, but pretty fun to pull those whenever we can. Been seeing quite a few UFO turtles. Here we have a Chaos Sorcerer from SD6 and Big Koala from Invasion of Chaos. My little boss monster from the Sealed Only Challenge. Scooting along here, boy, we got a lot of pages. Seen quite a few Reckless Greeds already. Monster Reborn. There's a Tribe Infecting Virus. This is kind of a card that I'm always keeping my eyes out for. This one's pretty beat up, but if I ever needed like a proxy or something for one of my goat decks, this is definitely something that I can utilize that in. Tribe Infecting Virus is that one for goat format. Definitely a good card that you want to keep in most of your decks. Here we have an Aqua Dragon Fusion. That's a limited edition. I'm not sure what pack this would be out of. That is out of MDP2. Boy, I can't think of what that is. That's not like a movie pack or something? No, that's not a movie pack. Game Boy game or something like that. I'm always pretty bad with those names. I need to just study up on those. There's a nice rare Elemental Hero Bubble Man. Pretty decent there. Going on Gemini Lancer. I've never even seen that card. Always fun when I see like some of these like random cards that I've never ever seen before. He does have a few alien cards here that were sitting in the collection. Another Pot of Greed. So definitely getting my Pot of Greed's money's worth in here. Wow, this guy the Fierce Knight is wrecked. Oh boy. Boy, yeah, some of these cards, I mean, it's still fun that they throw them in when they have some of these cards that are a little beat up, but boy, that guy's really not very crispy anymore. Here we have an Ambulance Rescueroid. Okay, Premature Burial, Mystical Elf. Here we go, we have a Desert Tapir. That's not a card that you see all the time. Boy, I'm waiting to see when we're gonna get to these some of the more money cards that I noticed in the picture. Hopefully, we're gonna see those soon. There we have a Gemini Elf common. Here we go, getting into a few more of them. We have another Summon Skull, Elemental Hero Blade Edge. That's just a common. I was hoping that would be the rare version. Here we have an Ultimate Rare Rising Energy, so that's actually pretty cool. Anytime you can get your hands on Ultimate Rares too, that's always fun for these collection buyouts as well. There we have a Breaker the Magical Warrior, very decent card to actually get your hands on, even in the common form. I am the common collector, so I don't mind if they're in commons. Okay, we're gonna keep scooting along. Actually, here we have. Okay, that's never mind. I thought that was a different card. Here we have another one of the tip cards. Tip number 33. Okay, just gonna try to keep moving along as fast as we can. There's another Harpy Lady Sisters, as well as a Spell Absorption, pretty decent. Painful Choice. This one, I believe, yeah, we already went by a Painful Choice earlier. This is the Painful Choice from SRL, the super rare version, so that's a very nice card to get right there. Definitely excited about that. There we have a Petroid. I just love the Roid cards. They're just so silly. I wish that they would have been a little bit better. And there have been like the super Vehicroids or whatever that have been kind of bumping them up. Here we're just going to pull this Red Eyes out right away. This is just a common Red Eyes from SD1, but still pretty fun to always get your hands on those. Anytime you can get Summon Skulls, Dark Magicians, and Red Eyes, it's always a good time. So here we have a Cybertech Alligator. I always really liked this card. That was a decent card to just keep in a machine deck. Basically like a Summon Skull, but machine version of it. Here we have a LOB Karuma, or Karama. Not first edition, dang. I'm really hoping to get my hands on some first editions, but probably not going to happen today. Here we have a Dragon Treasure. Not sure if that's also out of LOB. Oh, let's try to get that slipped out of there. No, that is not Starter Deck Joey. But here we have a Harpy Lady. Everyone knows that I'm a fan of the Harpies. Brain Control, pretty decent there. Boy, and there we have that's a Avatar of the Pot. A card that you really can't even use because Pot of Greed is banned. Okay. I have no idea what this card is. Gurnia. If this face-up card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, special summon it during your next standby phase. Not a very good card, but kind of interesting. I definitely do not own that, so always fun when I pick those up. It's like I've been collecting for so long, and yet there are still cards, even commons from way back in the day, that I don't have. Here we got more of the tips. Way more of these tip cards than I thought that I was going to be getting, but I will definitely add them to my collection. Okay, there we have a Terraforming and a Royal Decree. That's actually not too bad. Okay, here we go. I'm hoping we're getting into the shiny stuff now. We have a Exod Master, the Master of the Guard. Sorry, that is a ultra rare right there. And then here is one of the main cards. Wow, oh, this is still in the plastic seal. This is the Elemental Hero Sparkman. This is even a little bit misprinted. If you look there, his text bar is his text seems just a little bit off center. I'm not sure if that's a normal thing. I'll try to get this into the focus, but his text seems just a little bit off. Definitely not as much as the five-headed dragon, but anyway, yeah, really cool reason why I want to pick this up. But yeah, this is still in the plastic. I did not notice that from in the picture. And then here we have a Dark Eradicator Warlock. This guy must have been a collector of misprints, because this one's, oh my gosh, why is this one off-center? Unless these things are fake, but I don't think they're fake. They look really good. This thing's still in like the plastic thinger, so how could that be fake? Okay, and then we have an Infernal Flame Emperor. That's kind of neat to see there. Okay, oh, here we go. Here we have a few more of the. We have another ultimate rare of the Charcoal Inapachi. It's got a couple creases on it, but again, ultimate rares are always fun to get. Here we have a Salamandra, and that is the Salamandra from Dark Duel Stories. So I always like getting my hands on the Dark Duel Stories cards, just because that's from an original Game Boy game, and Game Boy games just rock. So here we have a rare Twin Barrel Dragon. I didn't know that they even made that into a rare. That's pretty cool. And the ultra rare Elemental Hero Blade Edge, along with a Starter Deck Joey Red Eyes Black Dragon. Here we have a Magic Drain and a Cyber Dark Keel, which is also in a super rare. And a few of these other cards as well. Hopefully, I'm not going to pull all of these out. Okay, we do have a lot more shiny stuff going on here. We have an SKE Blue Eyes White Dragon. This almost definitely looks fake. The text seems a little bit off. Okay, and then we also have Superconductor Tyranno. His text seems off too. These are real cards, but this guy must have just been a collector of misprint cards or something. I don't know. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research into this stuff, actually, because so many of these cards seem like their text is off. His text just seems not the right. I don't know what do you call it? Definitely not the right font. That's what the word I'm looking for. But okay. Anyways, we're going on into a Summon Skull from Metal Raiders. That's pretty sweet. I already have one of these, but now I have two. So that's pretty nice, along with some of the Sphinx cards, Androsphinx, Sphinx Telia. We have a super rare Bubble Man there, along with Elemental Hero Neos. Pretty nice. A Judgment of Anubis in a super rare. That's from DCR. That's pretty sweet. Dark Crisis. So, cool. Awesome. Going on. Maybe we're done with all of the rares. Okay, actually we do have a few more rares on this side here. A Herald of the Orange Light, Elemental Hero, Necrofear, or Necro, what's your name? Yeah, Necroshade, sorry, my bad. And then on to our last page, nothing too cool there. I guess we do have a card of Safe Return, Bottomless, and Shrink. Those are all decent cards as well. But, yeah, we do have some playmats here that he must have tucked away, so that's kind of nice. Besides that, I'm just going to kind of do a little quick research on these stuff before the recap. I usually like to recap before the end of the video, so I'm going to do a little quick research and see what's going on with some of these cards, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so going over the collection really quick, these are just a few of my favorites that are, you know, not really worth anything, but just some fun ones. These are the two ultimate rares that I was able to find right away. I'll definitely do another sweep through of the collection for anything that I really missed. But these are, you know, we got some Red Eyes, Summon Skull, Dark Magician, and Blue Eyes. These ones aren't really worth much of anything, but I thought it was fun. I didn't know that Twin Barrel Dragon came in a super rare. This Tribe Infecting Virus would be worth a little bit of money if it wasn't so beat up. But then we have like a Painful Choice, Pot of Avarice, this Aquamadur, which should be from the Legend of Blue Eyes equivalent in Spanish, as well as, like, you know, we got Blade Edge and Necroshade over there, Parasite, classic card from the anime, as well as Penguin Soldier, just sort of a fun card. We ended up getting 7 of these tip cards, so those are going to be going into my stack of cards. These were all promos, which I thought, I didn't know, I looked this one up. This was a McDonald's promo, as well as this from the Dark Duel Stories. This, I guess, wasn't a promo. That was from a starter deck back in 2006 for Heroes, and these were like movie promos. I believe that they maybe came in a different pack and whatnot, but overall, I'm really curious about this thing. Really fun that it's still in the plastic. I probably won't take it out of there. That might even end up finding a spot on the shelf, just because I do like keeping those things in the collection, in the background of my movie, or the shelf for my background. And then going on here, finally, we have more of the valuable cards. The Judgment of Anubis, this Eradicator, all of these cards here were worth like a little bit more than $5. Each of these cards, the starter deck Joey, as well as the Metal Raiders Summon Skull, these are each about a little bit closer to like $20 to $25 a piece, so that's kind of fun. I was really surprised that this Exod goes for about $10 a piece, maybe a little bit less, obviously depending on how much these cards are played. But this Secret Rare, Neos, and Bubbleman, those were decently pricey. And then both of these cards, I'll just pick those up here. The Superconductor Tyranno, as well as the Five-Headed Dragon. These are both out of a structure deck for dinos and dragons, I guess. I'm not sure what the title was, but they are SD6. And so I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look through the collection again if like more of these are misprinted, because obviously this Superconductor Tyranno is just a bit off-center, but this Five-Headed Dragon is just really flooring me. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. So anyways, guys, that's about all we're going to be doing for this video. Pretty simple. Sorry for like the bad camera angles, bad lighting in this one. Sorry, I just couldn't get things looking right, but definitely a neat collection. I'd say that the $50 was definitely found. I always get a little bit nervous that I'll end up losing money on these deals, but I think like a good deal was had here. Hopefully, the guy who sold me these cards thinks that you know, it was a pretty good deal. I never want to rip anybody off or whatnot, but $50 is what we settled on, and I think I don't even know what this Five-Headed Dragon would go for, but I'd say probably with these here, $50 is definitely covered. I'll definitely be adding these cards into the collection like permanently, just because these 3 here are pretty neat, especially these 2. Just really excited about this. So, guys, let me know what you guys thought, and I'll catch you guys next time. Later.